Yo, what's going on, people? Welcome to another episode of the Undefeated podcast.
The only podcast with two undefeated fighters.
Chatting it up. Listen, guys, hit like, subscribe, tell your friends, man. Don't just keep this to yourself. That's very selfish of you.
It's too selfish. Tell your
friends that would like this.
That's right. And tell your brethren's friend about this thing too. Because your friends have got friends that will listen. You know that way there. Yeah, but it's a great, bro. This pod is growing, fam. I was at the Wizz concert. Yeah,
you was there?
I was there, fam. Obviously, you know them way there. You know, bought out Chris Brown. Couldn't believe it.
He was excited, didn't it? Did you scream when you saw Chris? Be honest.
I was like, raw.
No. Oh, you did the deep voice.
The man one, raw.
Okay.
Man, let Chris, and I spoke to my missus like she didn't see it as well at the same time. Chris Brown, you know,
pointing out what everyone saw. Right, that's Chris Brown. That's hilarious.
Oh, dude.
Was your missus excited to see Chris Brown?
No, my missus, was more happy to see Skepta. She was enjoying Skepta's too much, bruv. But Skepta was mad cool.
I know what it was though.
Yeah. It was too cool.
I know it is. It is. It's when the missus wants to protect your feelings by making sure that she don't get excited by someone that she wants to be excited by. So she's going, he's ugly anyway.
No.
And you're there listening thinking, I know you're lying, but I'll accept it.
Yeah. No. I know what the killer is like. So my miss is never going to be a moved by a Chris Brown type. Like, I know, like, the Idris Alvas of this world, like, just dark-skinned guys. So when Skepta's come out and giving neck tattoos and stuff, I was like, oh, shit. You know the ones? But I was like...
You tried to distract her, innit? Oh, babe, can you pass my drink?
I was like, your babe's like, raw, like...
Go get me a drink, please.
I beg you get me a treat. Man said, please. No, but he was cool.
Disrespectful questions.
Yeah.
Nah. Get a drink, please.
Nah. I just, you know, it was even just to quickly jump out of this part of the conversation. It was cool to see a Nigerian achieve something like that. I was watching it like, you're a Nigerian artist, and I've been following him from like when we used to play him at like African parties to what he's.
You weren't proud of Burna Boy, fam?
I'm proud of Burna.
Okay.
But this was just mad. I did like he's a. I didn't even know what was going on here, but I was like, "Rod, did I get baited into this?" But no, it was incredible to say, "Oh wow, you're a superstar!" Like you can like, and just seeing like that's a big achievement. That was a big achievement. So I was like, "Wow, congratulations!" And it just goes to show that again in this game, longevity and anything is possible. Anything is possible with hard work. Anything is possible with hard work. And so, I was really impressed. And it's so funny though, because, and we're going to get into this boxing thing real quick, but you know what's mad? Because I came back to stage. I done my first comedy show.
Bro, that's like what, 2 years?
2 years and a bit. 2 years and a bit. It was weird though. It was a weird experience. It was weird. That's why.
To be back out there, bro.
I liked it. It was a different experience though, because the room is different. I thought I was going back. Let's say like you always fight in Madison Square Garden. I thought I was getting back to Madison Square Garden, but this show's a different type of show. So Shout out
to Kevin J as well. That comedy show.
It's wicked. It's wicked.
Great place if you like stand up.
You're gonna get all different flavors. It's not what it's all different flavors. So you're not gonna get like, it's not, I wouldn't even call it a black show. It's everything show. It's literally like,
it's a vibe.
It's a vibe,
I did
you know.
Before.
Okay, yeah.
It's a nice intimate thing, and then you got all the cameras.
Wicked.
It's lovely.
Had a strong set though. Like it felt good to be back on stage. I took some of the I took some of the advice still, so I was talking some real stuff. I even got a clap when I talked about life and that, you know, and yeah. So that was good. It was good. I'm just really harsh on myself when I'm very harsh at my like what I bought to it. Yeah, I'm a harsh, like maybe too harsh at times. But then when I think back, it was a good set. I probably rank it 7 out of 10. kind of wanted, like, I don't know what I was looking for, but I knew that there's more in there. So yeah, it'd be good. I'll do another one. I'm doing Judy Love's thing. So I'm back.
You're back in the mix, bro.
I'm back.
You're back in the mix,
bro. That's hilarious. Being back and not knowing you're back.
Next year, the streets ain't ready for a 2-man. The undefeated comedy. The streets aren't prepared.
The streets are not prepared because I told you that you already know. I'm gonna do my first 1-man show, and then we're getting on tour.
Bro, you're announcing like this.
I'm gonna do it. No, it's just I'm gonna do it. We already know what's happening next year. I can't duck out of it. Now the great defeaters know. I'm doing a 1-man show next year, and then we're getting on a tour. As soon as I finish my thing, we'll get on a tour, and it'll be sick. We're getting All right, cool. Anyway,
let's get back to boxing.
Let's get into boxing. It's not time for that now. There's too much to talk about, bro.
Where are we starting? I mean, Teofimo.
Are we there? It's the only way. It's the Teo. Let's get Teo out. I want to say get Teo out of the way because we have got.
You know what? That's what I'm saying. And I say we started Teo because it's the weekend's action. And then we'll work our way into the present because the present is like the last 2 days.
Because AJ, everything's happened.
Meerkat is crazy.
All right, let's go. There's too much. Let's go,
Teofimo Lopez. This right here is a case study. I think it's a case study.
Talk to me.
In mental management. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because you look at a man, right, who conquered Lomachenko.
Yep.
That is not an easy thing
to do. It's not. Again, they call it, it's the Matrix. That's Neo.
He solved the puzzle. He figured it out. He didn't just go in there and brute force him either.
No.
He went in there and he outsmarted him. It was tremendous. Whilst being the stronger man. It was a beautiful display. You say to yourself, this guy's future is about to get incredible. This is about to be a run for the ages. Because you got Lomachenko on your CV. Man can't chat to you like that. You're not normal.
What a name.
But then you start saying, okay, cool. But what happened to Andy Ruiz? Because he beat AJ and he had his night. He had his night where you beat the champ. Man can't chat to you. You are the first heavyweight Mexican champ ever.
Talk the things.
But sometimes success ruins a man, because there's certain people that are built to be the champion and train harder than the challenger. That is a beastie man.
It's the man that can. Again, Conor Ben tells us, I run in silk pajamas. You see, running in silk pajamas because you used to probably have the cotton ones, and then the cotton ones, you're running for the silk ones.
And you had the light polyester at one point.
Yeah, the light polyester, scratching and that. Yeah. Now you've leveled up silk pajamas, Versace. It's just standard with the slippers to match. Yeah,
you got things that are name brand that don't even need to be name brand.
Yeah. Like a Gucci toothbrush or a Gucci toothpick.
They're not even known for dental care, but you trust them because it's expensive.
You know the ones there. So now, you're in it's plenty. You're in the world of plenty, and you're enjoying. But the mistake that, and I remember saying this. We reported many after he won that fight, and I said, Trav, to see the venom that he had for him. You see the venom that he had for Loma. That is a different kind of build up. That's gonna carry you further than you've ever been carried before. Yep. It can almost hurt you because I don't know if this is the real you.
It's not
the real you because you can't always have that person that you hate all the time. You gotta be professional. There's gotta be there's things when there's needle and there's just professionalism in this sport. Yeah. You built up because you were a supreme fighter on the night of Lomachenko. Loma's making angles, you're making angle on top of the angle to say, hey, I'm out of that.
I'm angling with you.
I'm angling with you. I'm stepping out. You can't find no shots. I saw someone that said goodbye to boxing in terms of he didn't the skill of boxing, the IQ, the ring IQ. He didn't show it.
He said, I just want to knock you out. He said, I'm playing fight night and I'm only going to press the buttons that they're knockout
Haymaker.
punches. For the haymaker
R2,
shots.
R2.
R2 on everything.
Yeah, R2.
And it's like, you nearly had man in trouble in the first round.
Yeah.
And then you ended on your ass.
There you go.
And even then, you sat down in your corner, and your dad was giving you the least helpful advice. Come on, stop. Just get your breath and knock him out.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry? Like, something... Like, this is the problem, like, where, Mohammed, one of our callers on the Monday Night Smoke Show, he mentioned this.
Yeah,
when he said,
shouts out to Mohammed. We're
not getting technical trainers as regular anymore. We're getting man trainers, like men who are like, their man are they're just there to motivate you. Yeah. Their man are in the corner gassing you, bro, go ahead and do a mad thing. God, bro, you think, bro, this man are dickheads. He's taking you for, like, you don't need that in the corner.
Yeah.
I need a man to just look at me and just be like, all right, cool. You let your jab hang out way too long. Snap that back in as he rushes in. Look for the counter. I've seen it there a couple times. Look for it. It might not be there every time, but just pay attention.
But no,
that type of advice.
So let me harken back now, because didn't Muhammad Ali have the guy that was there to gas him? Then he had the actual trainer. So he had
Angelo Dundee in as the trainer.
Yes.
And then
I can't remember his name.
Jamie Foxx's character.
Rumble,
young man, Rumble.
Yeah. Yeah. Boudin, something's. Wait. No, that's gonna find that. But again, so the need for someone to be there to just gas you is still there. It's still necessary. However, you need the technical man. Bundini, that's what I'm saying. There you go. Yeah. So you need him. You need someone that gets you in the zone. Every fighter needs it. And then what the problem is now, and even to link to what's coming, is people have accused Tunde of just being the guy that shouts and the guy that's there for the mantras and stuff, where he's saying, yo, I'm more than that, and I'm the technical guy, and I've actually even added another technical guy to this thing. So you lot can't even throw that at me no more. Now, when we look at the Teofimo Lopez case, someone was missing. There was an ingredient missing from the cake.
Listen, so that man was saying that Teofimo's dad was the head trainer for this fight, which is why he looked a certain way.
Yeah.
But when he fought Loma, it was Gamachi.
Yeah.
And the difference is very telling, because in that fight against Loma, he had a game plan.
He had a game plan.
He didn't just have one. He had some game plans.
Yeah.
In this fight, no game plan. He said, I'm just stronger than you, I'm tougher than you, and you can't punch hard, so I should be all right just coming, walking you down.
Yeah.
Didn't expect any of what took place.
I never could have spared this. It's one of the, I never could have spared this. But you know why it gets even more incredible and more like crazy is the problem is when the father wants to be a celebrity. And like,
listen,
I have to say it. I'm sorry, but then the dad is doing too much. The dad shouldn't be going to. Your dad's getting to another gym days before the fight, and he gets moved to by another. And he goes there like, "Who are you? Like, you're still just you." And you pulled up where all mine are. Of course you're gonna get gripped up. What do you think this is? You can't be doing that. And then even Maestro's telling us that, what do you call it, that before the trainer comes in with the fighter, he's saying that his dad's doing dance off in the ring.
Dance off in the ring, fam.
Before the team.
We're even hearing from, other fighters that we knew who was at the fight. That man are saying, yo, Donnie was out here in the bar trying to teach man how to do pull counters.
It's nuts. It's mad.
Focus on your guy, bro. 2 o'clock in the morning before the fight? Yeah, they're chilling, chatting to random fight. Bro, go and sleep wait next to your fighter. Go and sleep where he's sleeping or next door.
And look at the difference. It's the tale of two different dads. Last week we had Porter's dad. That is the strong word. The strongest of words.
Honestly, this is preparation.
You got one guy that's saying, honestly, preparation, and you got another guy, my son won. No doubt about it. Someone's telling the truth and someone's telling a lie. Yeah?
Yeah.
The one that was telling the truth was the harsh word that we didn't really want to accept as a community.
We didn't want to accept that that's how you spoke about him in public. But certain times, boy, when you deal with people that operate in truth and hard facts only,
yep,
there's uncomfortabilities that's uncomfortable for everybody else.
Yep, let it be uncomfortable. Let it be uncomfortable. Because had he known, I think he goes into that. I think he changes the way he approaches some of these rounds. Let's say he's told on the fifth round, yo, this ain't going the way we planned.
Look at Terence Crawford when they said to him that he's down on the scorecard.
Oh, yeah?
What did that wake up? He said, yo, them man, the trainers were right here in his face, and he's just like, talking to his brethren in his ringside. They say he's up? He's up? How? And then the trainer's saying, yo, listen to me when I'm talking to you. He's like, yo, they're saying he's up. They're saying he's up. He's like, yeah. He's up again? All right. Small session.
Different.
He said, we're not doing that. We're not doing this close thing. I'm getting him out of here.
Different. And that's what it's, and again, in the game, that's what's needed. But we need to, just before we close this Teofimo thing, his dad was talking super reckless, and they've got egg on their faces. It's easy to say, look, you call yourself, you say it's a takeover, bro, complete the takeover. You can't say takeover and it doesn't take over, bro. Like it don't make no sense.
And I think he can come back and get his belt back.
How though?
You know, the thing is, when you disrespect Loma,
yeah,
and you say he doesn't deserve a rematch,
yeah,
okay, well, now you might not get a rematch.
You get what you're given
around the block. You have to take her out. Yeah, I mean, and you might have to mix with the guys that you didn't want to mix with. Now we're talking Devin Haney. Now we're talking the Ryan Garcias, and maybe you can get Javante at the next weight class.
You're never gonna get him.
Everything's different now.
Nah, do you know what, Dave? He's ruined himself. He's put himself in a very bad position. How he managed himself as the champion was bad. You know, they were saying Kambosos, and we had to apologize to Kambosos because no one thought, I didn't believe that's what was gonna happen. We all thought this was we thought, you're taking a piss. All the man them that's here to fight, and this is the one you choose. So we'll put some respect on his name. But what I will say is, if you're the champion, there's got to be a way you manage yourself as champion, right? You weren't as you said, you brought up the Ruiz thing in the AJ night, yeah? How do we know that couldn't have made it right? How do we know that Lomachenko couldn't have made it right on the rematch? He was never given the opportunity. Haney's come out and said, I'm telling you who this man is. He's a fraud. Like, these men are on it now. But then it's like, it was mad because he said all this stuff and he's like, I can't even make the weight. The dad came and said he struggles to make weight. We should have just gone to fight Josh Taylor. Bro, I don't think you should just be talking Josh's name like that.
Yeah. Don't be. Now's not the time to talk like that. The fact is this: you had your moment to get it cracking and get it done and level up. Because the fact is, like, when I say that, you know, the phrase, for every level there's another devil. That basically means when you get to that next stage, everything you've done before is now no longer good enough to stay here. Yes, you got to keep getting better as you keep climbing because now the challenges are different. There's people that have been staring at you. And like, you know, I don't obviously like to my boxing experience is mad limited, but I had a sparring session one time where I was way better than this guy I was in the ring with. I was able to do what I wanted. It dropped my hands. The guy couldn't get near me. He was too short. It was just easy for me. There was a dude who was watching this whole round, right? And he come in. He's obviously now thinking, all right, well, that's not going to happen to me. I'm treating him like I treated the last guy. Lazy jab, hands were low, boom, bang. I've been hit. That day, I got hit hardest I've ever been hit in all my boxing experience. Look at that. I fell down. My back hit the floor before my legs, bro. Boom, legs was up in the air. It was crazy. Wow. But that taught me, don't disrespect any opponent.
100%. And that's all it did. And that's all he did. He did it. His preparation was poor. I've seen him fight so much better than that. I've seen him look at the face. It looked like the Martin Lawrence picture. You know what Martin Lawrence
when he fought Tommy Hearns? Mad lumps in that.
Mad lumps. I said, hey, and this happened to you at home in your garden. Literally, the garden.
You know that picture? Where it's just as the fight has ended and he's touching his face and he's got all that blood all over his eye and all down his cheek. I'm like, this is not how you saw today going.
Not at all. I didn't come out for this. I didn't come out my house for this. And it's a shame because it's just a shame. He didn't go out the way he needed. And I think he went out even worse because of that nonsense they did at the end. I won it 10 rounds to 2. It just, from you were the home fighter and everyone was screaming your name and you had all the fans. This guy's traveled from down under. Yeah.
He made it very Adrian Broner-ish.
There you go. And you can't, it's hard to recover from them ones because that's a stain on your career. that you can't do nothing about. You can win the belts back, but he's like, oh, you're not a proper champion. People are saying, look how you gone out. Like all the fans are saying, nah, you can't even Ryan Garcia's getting involved, and Ryan can't really talk, but he can talk because like
Ryan said, hey, I'm fixed. I'm back. I'll take him in my comeback fight.
But let's put some respect on Kambosos though. What a fighter. He did what he had to do. He's beatable. I will say that he's beatable, but he's got staying power. That's the one thing. He's got grit. Yeah. He's got staying power. I just wonder because who do you think hits harder out of Teofimo Lopez and Garcia though?
Teo Lopez. Oh,
Garcia can hit, you know.
That left hook can crack still, but yeah, you know what?
Because Garcia can hit like.
Garcia can hit, but Garcia ain't been in with killers just yet.
He ain't been in with no killers.
Certify the power.
I don't know. I feel that power was real though.
What about Davis?
I feel that Davis is he can bang, but I feel it's a few shots. It's like a few that take you all the way out. I feel like
if explodes, and that left hook lands, or that right hook. Bro, that's when men start doing Bambi, and then he just hones in.
But then again, we got what we talking about at Santa Cruz. That was one of his nicest knockouts. That was one of his nicest knockouts. That was one of his nicest knockouts. But I don't. Even with this group here, people tell me that Tank is the main man from this group, and I don't feel that way.
I don't think he's the main man for sure just yet.
I don't think anyone is I don't know I think they can all be each other. I don't know if there's one standout name. Like Haney just lacks power.
I think it's Devin Haney, you know.
But the power though.
Whilst Devin Haney doesn't have the power, he don't have the mad power. He has enough power. But what he does have to his strength is the IQ, bro. I don't think we are gonna see Devin Haney get outboxed on a like when man make him look nuts.
I hear that, but now we got obviously, and that don't forget Shakur Stevenson as well. That's you see what I'm saying? Like,
listen, that brother there, him versus Devin Haney. Oh, that's a fight.
I don't know. I want to see these man. Now Teo's been toppled, yeah. And I'm a little part of me is kind of happy. A little part of me is happy because I don't like energy like
change.
that.
I love change.
Yeah, and I just don't like that energy. Like if you got bad vibes, I'm not interested in you. I don't want you to. I don't want your success. I'll watch him. You're like, nah, I don't care for you. Like lose.
I'm not invested. Yeah,
I'm not invested. Like I think as soon as you show me,
fighters have to really know the balance when it comes to that whole "I'm gonna be the bad guy" vibe.
Yeah,
like you got to get it right to the point where you're bad enough to irritate your peers, but the fans love it.
Yes.
The minute you become that dude the fans can't stand and the boxers can't stand, it's like...
but then you will get paid, but you'll just never be liked. You have to be the bad guy like that. You have to win. Mayweather. You have to Mayweather style. To be the bad guy.
But Mayweather had fans.
A lot of people turn up to watch him. He does. But no, each day he'll gain the haters. Mayweather will gain the haters because I was a hater. I was like, this guy is just, I don't even like, how's he gonna do his dad like that? You know that one thing when I was that's what I'm saying. But then after it's like, it was again, as I said, the check hook to when he took Hatton out, and I said, you know that moment he's like, oh, he's incredible. Because he told us, you know when he like, oh, this is what he said. You know the ones there.
No, he's real.
Yeah. And from that day, I said, you know what? Because I did watch his fights just to see, when he loses, it's gonna be like I don't know how he'll manage a loss. But then he just never lost. Then after it's like, you know what? He's that good. But anyway, on the TO thing, I think it was a shame. The only way he can redeem himself is if he does a Wilder last minute and say, look, I was wrong. Amazing warrior. You know what Wilder did? Like, because Wilder didn't want to shake hands or say anything to Tyson Fury in the stage, but that's the only thing he's gonna do. But he's done so many stupid things before that. Again, not offering man the rematch, talking like you're all the big talk, and now you're back to the B side
for ages. But these guys have to realize, like, there's there's so much for fighters to manage nowadays, you know, when you think about it.
Yeah.
Like that whole perception management thing.
Yes.
It's a really big deal.
Especially with social media as well. You just end up looking like a mug because some fighters, they go away and you only see them in training camp again. That's when we hear about them. But now the game's different.
But these guys got to realize it's such a fine line. Every part of it is a fine line. Being the good guy, being the bad guy, being this dude. And you got to realize, like, some of the stuff you see other fighters do don't mean you can do it. You got to find your way. Do you know what I mean? There's certain things that guys like, you know, David Haye would have got away with that man can't just do. I see these men say some flagrant things. Other men can't do that. It's just David Haye's got man have liked this guy. Yeah. Mayweather the same thing. Tyson could have got away with murder. Mike Tyson got away with murder, bro.
Murder. Even Tyson Fury gets away with murder because we've been chatting shit for so long that now it's like, oh, he does that. He does that. That's his tone.
Yeah, he set the tone for himself.
Yeah.
AJ can't say any of those things.
I'm so glad you mentioned AJ because that's where I want to go with this one. And thank you. What a segue. You know, drop a bomb for segue.
That's one of them free balls you watch for like 10 replays. Like, really slotted that.
So I don't know if we can enjoy it now because we've really enjoyed the free ball. That I don't know if it takes the strength out of the free balling, fam. But anyway, Matt, you know the ones when you do, it's almost like Taylor. What's his name? Something Taylor. That he always he admires his work. He got knocked out, man. He got beat up by he lost his championship. Oh, Avanisia mashed him up.
Oh, Josh Kelly.
Josh Kelly will throw the jammy now.
He'll bap, and it's like, bro, continue fighting.
I hate that. Anyway, so there we go. We're here.
Where is he, by the way? That's a random one. Where is Josh Kelly?
That's why I just couldn't remember. He cut. Again, you got to deal with all those feelings. And there's going to be another fight that has to deal with a lot of feelings. We'll get into that one in a bit as well. AJ is moving. What's going on with AJ? I'm watching interviews. AJ's done 2 IFL interviews, and now I understand why Eddie Hearn was the main speaker, because I've never, not in 10 minutes. You can't do a 10-minute or 13-minute interview. I think that's the duration, and change your opinion that quickly. It gets mad. It's too quick. It's like, at least let the interview be an hour, and then after you say something mad at the end, it's like,
let us go on a journey with you, and then you can rectify any wild points that you made by accident.
Yeah,
clear it. It was
too short. So for the people that don't understand what's going on, explain what happened.
So AJ's done an interview with Cougs. Shouts out to Cougs and IFL. In that interview, so he said 2 things. I took 2 major takeaways from this. So he's out in Dubai, sitting down, you know, after the fight, and he basically says,
O'Hara Davis come back.
O'Hara Davis has come back. He gave him some advice in the fight. First thing he says, now he goes, did you shouted something out to O'Hara and he listened and he landed a shot. He goes, that's it. You know, because at the end of the day, when your corner is shouting out good instructions, it benefits the fighter. If he's got the tools and he's got the good instructions, it can only help. That's why it's important to have. I was like, oh, is that another subliminal?
I heard that, man. I heard that. Well done. Good work.
Yeah,
good work.
Then he goes, have you heard any wind of this step aside? And he goes, nah, people know not to bring that foolishness to me. People know not to bring that rubbish to me. I'm all about being a throwback fighter.
Legacy.
You know, when I look at legacy, you know, I'm the guy that people will say that, yeah, he was always up there fighting the tough fights and da-da-da-da. Boom. Park that statement. I heard that point there. I thought to myself, yeah.
My guy.
Let them know what you're on.
My guy.
A few minutes later, he says, so, you know, you wouldn't entertain that at all. Then he says, well, you know, at the end of the day, I'm also, you know, I want to be known as the smartest fighter as well. Smart businessman. And if the money's right, then we'll look at that. And I said to myself, I was like, AJ, bro, like, it's very fragile territory when you're speaking to the public. When you speak to the public, not anybody else. Because you know by now, bro, it's different for you.
Yeah.
It's different for you.
And you can't even be upset about that. You are
can't
different.
Be upset.
You are different.
You've carved out a special lane for yourself where nobody else gets treated like you. Nobody else has problems that you have. Yep. You're in that lane.
Yeah.
And that's why we watch you. That's why we support you. That's why we know you.
Yep.
Yeah. So when you're saying in an interview, I would never take that. The man know not to bring that nonsense to me. And then saying, but if they do make the right offer, then we have to look at that because, I want to be a smart businessman as well. That says to me that we are sitting on a fence. And that is never a good place to be, my guy.
No, but let's speculate. Let's speculate into this. AJ's looked at that fight. He has. AJ watched back Ruiz. AJ watched back Ruiz with Savage Dan. That's how confident AJ was about the rematch. Yeah? Yep. Watch it with Savage Dan. You don't watch that because he's seen it. He's seen it before, but he watched it again. He was in a hunger state to say, that was a mess. And I had whatever I was getting through outside of the ring that we've never known about. We have to wait for the book to come out. That's what killed me in that fight. Yeah. This Usyk fight was different. As I said, we were there. Yeah. There was a moment when even it was late, like 5th round, and I think I came in to see you. Like I was like, bruv, like it's nuts. Oh, we caught eyes. We saw both at the event, and it's like AJ remembers exactly how that Usyk fight went down. And AJ's now knowing, this is how I feel. This is not what you call it. This is just my feelings on it. I can't get ready in the time that I need to get ready to go and finish this work. I can't. That's only as, because that's the only way you step aside, because what are you stepping aside for? AJ's got enough money to look after his kids. AJ's got generational wealth. Lucozade, all these adverts. AJ's got money. Ain't he the head, like the main face of Aston Martin or one of the big car brands or something?
This is the thing, though.
So what are we talking about?
In the same sentiment, he says, it's not about money for me at this point. To then go and say,
be smart.
I gotta be smart though.
And make a financial, because when you're talking about be smart, it's financially smart, right?
That, of course, that's the only smartness that would mean no boxing.
Yeah.
So you look at this and you got to, if we start to really allow ourselves to think this, I think there's some concern.
Of course there is. Cool, bro, this is the one fight that we saw AJ get beat up. We saw AJ get beat up. That there's no way to deny it. We watched Usyk best him, round after round, and it didn't make any sense. And AJ saying to himself, I can be ready, but not in the time that I need to be ready to go and take on this challenge, because there's a lot about myself that I might need to change, or I might even be happy for the belts just to change hands and then beat up my man. Because I feel like I've got a better chance against Fury than against this guy here.
This is where I'm uncomfortable, yeah? Because I've said this before and I'm going to say it again. If Tyson Fury gets undisputed, he retires. It's the end. He does not fight AJ. He doesn't fight Dillian. He goes off into the sunset and lives a mad guy life.
But then and
I mean mad guy, not in a reference to mental health.
Just living life. Just living life. Like, man, just enjoying.
Holiday,
total enjoyment.
Versace shirts forever. He would be that rock star dude.
Yeah. It's a shame. What I'm watching from AJ, it's a shame, man. I hope he watches this one and he just says, yeah, that step aside thing, that's not for me still. Like, I hope
But let's look at a world where he loses to Usyk again. And let's revisit this convo, because I think I might have said that the Fury and AJ fight is still as big on a previous pod. But is it still as big if he loses to Usyk twice?
It's not. And
then Usyk goes on to fight Fury. Fury beats him. Does Fury need an AJ fight at that point?
Definitely not. Definitely not.
At that point,
I need to fight Dylan.
Because you fight him because you want to silence the barbershop discussion. And that's the only reason at that point. And it's a shame. It's a big shame. That's why I think maybe, in AJ's mind now, he's thinking, I've done a lot in this sport. I've fought enough men. maybe this is the time where I need to be strategic and say, all right, humble down and not jump in with this guy. Let Tyson deal with him. Then I'll deal with Tyson. Then I'll come back for this guy.
I feel like that's what he's doing. I feel like that's the move. I feel that makes sense because we remember we talk about Teofimo, and it's always good to harken back to that. Teo was so concentrated on one man, in Lomachenko. AJ has been laser sharp, focused, super focused on Fury. Like, he wants that fight. Like, you're not gonna have to get him up for that fight. It's the same with Big Baby Miller. There's certain names that AJ's just like, you can't gas him up anymore for that fight. He'll be ready. From the gloves are off, every little part of communication with Fury, he'll be switched on. Whereas some fighters, again, letting them touch your belts and doing all this dumb stuff that you should never do. He's let wolves in that, like, again, just destroyed the whole farm. Like, he's let the man in and they've run amok, fam. Yeah,
they've done a madness.
They've done a madness. Every single wolf he's let in, they've literally, like, ruined the thing. You know, like, again, Usyk was a wolf. Yeah, he came and gave me that egg, and he had the visor, and he fought all these things. But he's like, no, this guy's got a plan. This guy is literally coming to take everything you worked so hard for. Ruiz, once again, he gave you what, Snickers? I'm overweight. Ha ha ha. Oh, I'm just here with my dad. Yeah, sombrero hats and that. Oh, let me hold the belts. Yeah, hold the belts, big man.
Sombrero hats and that,
bro. And then man knocked you out. Man knocked you out. Man really came with it. So. I just hope, like, AJ's given 2 really bad interviews, and I always said that AJ was AJ's begat a lot of new fighters that don't talk well. The Triple D is the worst version of AJ interview, but AJ's now with the
you know what, though?
With the interviews AJ's giving, it's getting crazy.
In our Discord, what's the guy? I think his name is Standing 8. He made a wonderful point. He said, when you are someone who is media trained and, you know, you kind of subscribe to that way of thinking and talking, it's hard to switch it off.
Yeah.
And just talk honestly. And it's one of those things you start to see it and you say, yo, and I related to that because I feel like I went through something similar this year in terms of, you know, like, you see my show just gone. I can confidently say that if you've been following my career, you haven't seen me perform with that level of energy on stage.
Yes.
Because I wasn't thinking about anything other than saying what I wanted to say.
Yeah.
Whereas before, if I'm being really brutally honest, I was always aware of how I was coming across.
Yeah.
I was always managing my perception in the midst of my material.
Yeah.
And that's why the show is so important, because it's like I broke that away.
Yeah.
I look at AJ and I see a man dealing with that same thing. Because he's constantly trying to play both sides of the argument.
Yeah.
Because I can't afford to upset this side or that side. So I say this with mad vim, and then I'll think about it, but what I really mean is, let me just do damage control in the moment. So then what you've got is a guy who threw the left hook and the right hook at the same time.
Yeah, and that's a bad punch.
You know what I mean? And I look at it and I'm thinking to myself, I can see the battle you're having, because you can't forget that you're a business.
Yeah.
You're a whole fighter. He unfollowed every single person on Instagram but the business and sponsor accounts.
You're lying.
No lies. Because there was a headline, people asking Eddie Hearn in the interview saying, oh, how do you feel AJ unfollowed you? And he goes, no, I think he only follows the brands and sponsors that he works with now. No big deal. Still follows Matchroom. And I looked at it and I thought to myself, but you're a person. Of course, you're a business. And that's how you see yourself. So in the midst of the business, you're a fighter in the middle of it. And that's why I think when you speak as the fighter, he pulls himself back to then speak as the business. Yeah.
And someone came to pod, fam.
I came to pod, bro.
Someone came to pod. Listen, AJ, I've been on the AJ journey for the longest time. And I'm one of the biggest, I'm a big fan, but I always say, I'm not going to bullshit and say something don't look right or something doesn't feel right. what you're doing now doesn't feel right to me. Do you know what I mean? Like, just like, and I like the fact that you're talking more because at least we're just getting a bit of your personality. Maybe you contradict. Everyone contradicts anyway.
Everyone,
you know what I mean? Everyone's a hypocrite. Everyone contradicts. Everyone does that. But maybe just more frequent. A few more frequent interviews, because the last one we had, you done the American accent thing for a while, and no one knew you was playing, and you wasn't looking on camera. And then no one knew. No one knew. No, I'm actually like Travis. I'm being mad. What do you call? Do you know what's mad? Certain times when I'm being mad, like empathetic and real, it sounds like I'm taking the piss. I'm not taking the piss. Honestly, AJ. Cause I've been on this AJ journey.
No one knew you were playing.
No one knew because it went too long. It went too long. But I was like, I think he's playing. But then, but everyone else watched it and said, nah. But he just he got caught in a joke, and he said, I'm just gonna keep going. And then that's horrible at times. But what I will say this, AJ, like, Travis, I beg you, bro. You know when I'm being so genuine right now.
You're seasoning it, fam. That's horrible at times.
Nah.
When you're in a joke and you can't stop, you've come too far.
I've seen it. I've watched it all this. I've seen it so many times. What I will say though is, you have to fight Usyk again. This again, if legacy is everything to you, this ain't the way out. And as Travis said, Fury will fight Usyk. If Fury wins, you will never see him again. Then you'll be the Kell Brook at the table, sitting down, being like, when are we getting it on? And then when you're old, fam, and he's not gonna. The only way he comes out and fights you, he spunked all his money, and he's just, you're the retirement plan, and I can see that
no one respects it,
and I can see that literally happening. You can't allow, and this is real talk. This AJ direct to you. Handle the rematch immediately. Do not you can't let Fury off the hook because he won't fight you. He'll take that amazing fight. He probably will win it against Usyk. If he wants to fight Dylan, he doesn't even have to. Everyone will have to sit down. In his thing, on his list of names will be, I beat up the man that beat AJ. That hurt the man that beat AJ. I beat Vladimir Klitschko. I beat Wilder. These are all fighters that I know AJ will struggle.
You fight Derek Chisora one more time.
There you go. These are all fighters that Wilder being one and Usyk being, these are fighters that AJ, I can say, he could never deal with. Yeah? Enough. We can't. What are we talking about here? It's finished. And if you just want to add Haye just to add extra seasoning, as you say, like...
Oh, yeah.
If you just for seasoning, just for small seasoning.
If you... I keep... Week after week, I'm going to keep saying it until people confirm that
you're talking into existence. That's what's annoying.
We'll look on David Haye's Insta story one day and he'll be in the gym, mad sweaty. And you know exactly what that means. Something's coming.
But that's what I'm saying. But yeah, so literally, like, please, AJ, manage. Like, I don't know who you're training with, what your training situation is. Just sort it out. Go and handle your work. Next year, I want to be hearing it's happening in Dubai, because you're talking up Dubai, so I got a feeling that's Middle East still. Yeah? And it's the business, end of the day.
Take him out to the dunes and do what you need to do, bro.
Do whatever you need to do in the dunes. We'll watch it and we'll be cheering. That's it. Listen, let's move.
In other British classic news,
talk to me.
Amir Kahn killed Brooke, fam. It's finally here.
I'm excited.
It's finally happening.
I'm excited.
I laughed at this fight for a long time.
Yep.
Every time there was talk about it, it seemed like banter. Why would it be pay-per-view? No one's gonna care. One press conference, I'm converted.
One presser, fam. I'm paying the money. Because
he said, look, you're bitter. There's so much bitter energy on that side. I said, oh. And then he goes, how am I'm not bitter. I'm not bitter. Then he goes on to say, you said in an interview years ago,
you didn't know me.
You don't even know who Kell is. How can you not know who I am? I thought to myself, you're bitter.
This is it. And he said, because I've been chasing you for years. So you to be in an interview, just imagine. So he was just scrolling the internet, yeah, just being angry, yeah, because you are angry. And then he found the video of Kahn talking, and they mentioned Kell Brook's name, yeah, And then he said, I don't know him. In his house, he definitely, this is what I imagine he did. He closed the laptop, kicked the table, said, ow. And then after went round to just destroying stuff. I'm telling you, he took everything off the V and he definitely called a friend. Can you imagine? He said he doesn't know me.
Bro, he went straight down the Ingle gym. Straight down there.
Is that what he did?
Johnny Nelson was walking out, just see he was coming in. He goes, oh, hey, Kell. Straight past Johnny. He's like, not today. Straight to Dominic. Didn't even speak. He just put his gloves on and they made eye contact. Dominic knew exactly what time it was. Dominic was like,
you saw the
video, haven't you? You've seen the video.
Dominic saw the
video. He goes, I know you've seen it. Let's hit the pads. 120 rounds today? Yeah, let's get the stress out.
Wait, not Dominic.
120 rounds on the pads? It's an Amir Kahn day. Let's go. Because then man know when it's Amir Kahn updates, oh, hell yeah. 120 rounds on the pads.
No, he's in, you know... I know, he watched every single episode of Amir Khan's celebrity lifestyle thing.
Oh,
angry.
Look at the chinks in the armor.
Angry. He said, you probably have to build the hall. You know what he talks about, the hall, the wedding hall. I said, oh, you watched it. You didn't even kind of watch. Because you know people say, I don't watch people's stuff. I don't really get it. You watched the whole, I don't know how many episodes because we didn't watch all of them. But you watched all of them, bro.
Anything you could use in a presser.
Oh man, I need to stop laughing at Kell because I'm happy for him. I've always wanted Kell to have this moment.
I've always wanted him to have to fight. Same.
But now I feel like Kahn won. Today Kahn made him look like it's 10-8 round. He made him look bad. He made him look bad. You're retired anyway. Like, what are you talking about?
You're half retired anyway. So I said, rah.
He was getting all the laughs. Where were they doing the interview in Bolton, fam? Because Kahn felt like he was controlling the whole press conference. Like, he's getting all the laughs at the right time.
He held the range. It was too spectacular, fam. He held the range, kept him, punished him whenever he wanted. It was just so bad.
It was almost an annihilation in terms of what was happening to my boy there. Like,
it's one of the ones you say to him, it's like, you're not really enjoying yourself like at the moment, are you?
Yeah. No, but on the who do you think's gonna win that one, and who do you think probably needs to win it more for just their own natural well-being,
peace of mind?
Yeah,
Kell Brook has to win that fight. He has to win that fight, and then and scream that Sheffield scream that he does. Like he needs to, you know, it's like it's a scream, but it's the accent on it. But like he needs to win so he can sleep.
Yeah.
Because if he don't get that W, every interview he's gonna have that little twinkle in his eye. You know that twinkle where it's just like, you're upset.
Yeah.
You're upset. You're still upset, innit?
Yeah.
Like he's always gonna have that look on his face. And I think Amir Kahn won't be affected by a loss. Amir Kahn is a money man. That Donny's out there doing up fights like crypto belts and all this type of that brother there, he knows how to make peas.
And this is the retirement plan. This is as much a retirement plan for him. He said, "You lot, let's go to the nest egg. I'm gonna do it right now.
You are my retirement scheme." That's why he's looking at him like, I just picked you up. You can't even talk to me funny, bro. You've been chasing me whilst I've not cared about you. Yeah. I don't care.
I heard some extra news. Go on,
you're talking about me, about being a celeb. I am a celeb because of my fighting. Don't forget that. I'm famous because of how I get it cracking in the ring. That's what he was saying to me.
Yeah, that's what he said. He said that. And hear this. I heard that season 2 is going to come out and he's going to use the rollout. This is going to be part of the storyline. Him preparing for Kell. And I'm like, you know what? I'm ready to watch Meet the Khans again. Because season 2, if you're telling me it's preparation and I'm getting BBC is online. BBC Free. And it's
coming to TV as well. It's coming back to TV next year. Amazing. Sign me up.
So then after again, Kell can't. He has to win because he can't watch that
whole series.
He can't watch the whole series
of Amir Khan bias content. the shade is gonna be consistent.
Consistent.
Obviously, just had to beat this guy. Do you know what I mean? He's been talking for a long time. just the shade.
But literally, all the best of those guys. Again, like next year's already shaping up beautifully.
Who are you rooting for in that fight?
I'm not gonna choose in that one. You know, before I used to. Go on.
Whilst I think Kell might win,
yeah,
I want Amir Khan to do it. I'll be rooting for Amir Khan in that fight. I like Amir. I've liked Amir Khan longer than I've liked Kell Brook, and I say that just because it's like I remember those days when Donny was out there and that Maidana scrap. Oh, yeah. It's easy to forget that Amir Khan was a name. Amir King Khan era.
Yeah. And he did good.
I had a tweet. I posted a tweet. Must be around, I don't know, 2013 or whatever the hell it was. And I said, honestly, I want to see how Mayweather deals with Kahn.
Really?
Because that hand speed, sublime. I wanted to see what Mayweather did to deal with that.
Yeah.
Obviously, I have faith that I look back now and I say Mayweather would have got it done.
All day long.
But I look at him like, I still rated Amir Khan. Amir Khan's had some big nights in boxing, bro. That night against Maidana, bro,
it's a special. It is special. I just feel like I'm more going for...
Bro.
Come on.
Malinaji, though. Bro, like, he's... Antonio Barrera, obviously, Antonio Barrera was washed at this point, but he's still mashed work, fam. Like, the guy is
he's a name. That's what he said. I'm a celebrity. He said, I'm a celebrity. He told him, he said, listen, the only reason you're upset at me is I've done what you couldn't do. And it's true. When you break it down, you're like, and that's, I need Brooke to win just so Brooke can sleep at night. That's what it's come down to, because I feel that he can't lose this fight, you know.
He's been tormented.
He can't, like, this fight has been... I think there'll be a release. I think after this fight is finished, he'll be chill. Or you never know, it could be like a... At least George Groves got to fight Froch a few times, so he could, you know, their man on tour together is fine. Like, he's at peace, because in his head, he's like, well, I won the first one. You know, he can do that. But I don't think this is going to be a one-time thing. If, like, they're not fighting again. My
annoyance with Kell Brook's career.
Yeah.
And it's like, shouts out to October Red for asking our questions from the Discord. So she basically said to him, it's like, do you think you mismanaged your career by investing all this time into fighting Amir Khan? And I looked at that and I'm like, now I'm looking at his box rec. I'm like, big man, you've got no names on here, bro. Like,
he did.
He's got, like, I can see, obviously, you know, the Sean Porter win is the win of his career.
Yeah.
After that, it's a few men that you wouldn't mention in a serious conversation like this.
The Errol fight was good, but he lost.
You get the loss. Yeah, you got the loss to Gennady, the loss to Errol back-to-back. Then you got the Rabchenko and Mark DeLuca. Bro, these are names that you don't...
Not like, it's not...
You don't mention these names. Yeah, then you got Terence Crawford loss, and now he's Amir Khan. Bro, this fight, realistically, is for his legacy.
That's it.
Because there's nothing else here.
It now says...
alone.
It validates him. If he wins this fight, he'll feel validated to say, look, I told you I could have got it done. Yes, I was focused on him because I just wanted I wanted that home fight. I wanted that home dust up. But and he'll say, look what I could have been had he fought me earlier. Because that's all I was focused on. And he made a mistake. Again, it's like so many fighters make this mistake. You know, you just you put your hopes on one fighter, and it's almost, I feel like I can't actually brush Dylan with this one, because Dylan's just wanting to fight for the WBC title. But maybe he's got to choose another way. Like, if the WBC is saying, I'm not, like, interested, you have to, like, there's other belts for a reason.
Couple mandatories and another belt, and you're in the rankings.
Straight away.
You got to look at these fixations, and it's like, it's counterproductive, fam.
Yeah, it's not helping you. And again, it's how many 100 days do you need it to be before you realize, I don't think these men gonna give you a shot. Go and win another title. Go win another title, and then they have to, like, there's only so long they can avoid you. That's it.
And the fact is this, in any journey, in any career where there's competition involved, you cannot make it about anybody else other than yourself.
100%.
The minute you make it about being better than this guy, he's number one in this equation, because he's not thinking about you in the same way. But you're fixated on him. So you're always going to be behind this guy. And then once you do get it, you won't even know how to deal with the rest of the competition. Because your whole journey was about him.
You never looked Teofimo Lopez. Teo Loma.
Back to
Teo Loma. You know, you make the mistakes where you just focus on one person and you don't see the rest of the there's a bare man here. There are problems. Again, you're like it's gonna happen. Like almost, I feel like Shakur Stevenson put out a tweet or something saying he has no interest in this Four Kings thing. He says, "I'm not interested in that. I'm gonna do my own thing." Like
I respect it. I respect it.
Like I rated that because I said, "Yeah." Because them man are jokers anyway. You know what I mean?
They're not even doing nothing. Man just called them Four Kings for no reason.
For no reason.
Disrespecting Hearns and Leonard and Duran and Hagler, bro.
Yeah,
disrespecting them, man.
These men are not kings, fam.
Them man couldn't wait to sign a fight for each other.
That's what I'm saying. Look at the difference. These men can't even... I don't even know what the young Bo Tyler Garcia is doing right now. But all of a sudden, he's ready. And it's embarrassing because how can the Kings only now answer their phone when they see a guy that they say, he's got some frailties? Because I looked at Gambosa and I said, yeah, the frailties are there.
I can see you getting tucked in.
Yeah, I can see it. Like,
and I know that if Lopez gets a rematch, he'll beat him again. He'll beat him in the rematch.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just a test in, mental composure. Can you maintain now that you're at this level? Can you maintain?
But we move. We moved to something that we've been talking about. We've been talking about for the longest of time.
The Beast. Yeah. Listen.
We moved to that. Yeah.
I'm telling you now. He's mashing work.
I'm telling you this.
And I'll phone Lyndon out for myself after that fight. I'll phone him even on my phone. I don't know if he's going to be with Sonny. Sonny might have to take the call. I'm going to say, hey, gentlemen, hell of a performance tonight. Great effort out there. You'll come again. Because it's guy yards away.
You think Sonny's letting that phone call just end? Sonny's going to...
Oh, no, I'm getting out of there. I'm getting out of there because I know Sonny's about to empty the clip. Sonny about to empty the clip. That's why I'm getting out of there straight away. I ain't waiting for the comeback.
The rebuttal was gonna be crazy. No, I'm with Lyndon. I'm with Lyndon all the way on this one. I want to see him do it. Just because I don't know why. Like I feel now it's sides. I'm more like going against you more so the fighters. I don't really care about I don't really care. Like I don't actually have any bad vibes for like Yard. I just don't like. I've chosen my other ones. I've chosen my fighters that I have. Instead of him, if that makes sense. I just want to beat you. I want you to be embarrassed. I want Monday to be a day where you can't look at me. Like you're so stressed.
But you know how bad it's going to be for you.
That's what I'm ready to risk. I'm putting on the line. I'm putting on the line.
Glad the stakes are high. I'm so glad the stakes are high.
The stakes are high. The stakes are high.
I like high stakes. I love high stakes.
You know what? It's so mad.
I like medium rare steak. It's going to be tremendous, bro.
I just, again, like... You can't win. You can't win.
When he smokes, man, 4 rounds, and you just go, oh, I can already see it. There it is. That's the face right there.
I know because I was thinking about I know who I'm gonna meet on Monday. Yeah, Lyndon, don't let me down because this guy is gonna be I don't even get busy in a Discord like that. I said he can't win because Travis. Monday will not be the same.
I will be insufferable. Because the amount of nonsense I've had to sit down and listen to week after week.
And I've been enjoying. I've been enjoying. But I just can't. Because if it doesn't go your way, like, I will be the first one in the IFL comments like, raw, man, this guy's takes just really aged.
I'm going straight back to the IFL video. And be like, you lot said what? Didn't I call this? Give me my accolades.
Because them man premiered that thing, that interview that went out. The black and white trailer. You have to understand. Wait, hold on.
A wonderful thing with
that feature. Let me go there. IFL. What's the Lyndon? I'm gonna see
for Travis J. Type that in.
Yeah, let me type that in. Here it is, Undefeated. 107K, bro. Them man have done videos, like listen, it's not done it. It's not done that.
Cougs.
107K highest views. Lyndon's highest view thing, fam. Even more than the Pat Barrett thing, fam. That when Pat's talking it, no way.
Lyndon, fam.
No way. Wow. That's a lot of numbers still. So that I want to come
and shouts out to Lyndon, because obviously on camera it looks like it looks, but Lyndon was great vibes that day.
Lyndon was amazing. We had that. What's great about it is we already had that conversation. Like we had the headbands off camera. That conversation happened off camera, then it happened on camera. Which is funny.
The on-camera one was the rerun. So we already knew we were coming to say. We just saying it on camera.
Yeah. Lyndon is an amazing, he's an amazing guy. Like both fighters.
He's a good brother.
Both fighters.
I watched his interview. Yeah. I watched his interview that he did this week, and he's talking about his brother, his bigger brother.
Yeah.
And his brother's passed away. Just talking about growing up with that pain and dealing with that grief, and kind of just how the mental effect that's had on him. And I just watched that, and I was just like, nah, this is a real brother right here. Do you see what I'm saying?
Nice guy. Both of them, really nice guy. Both of them are.
Both of them are good dudes.
You know what?
And it's like I've known Yard for longer, so it's like for me, I already supporting Yard. That's my guy. But I look at Arthur, and it's like this whole thing ain't. There's no rivalry. There's no bad blood here. After you fight Yard, and you're fighting someone else, I'm rooting for you.
Yeah.
But in this fight, that's my horse in the race.
You know what it is? I've been trying to work out Yard for a moment, and I still can't work him out yet. That's my biggest issue. I don't know. Like, I'm just not I feel like it moves to who I don't understand him yet. That's the thing. Some fighters I meet and I'm like, or not meet, or just they show me who they want to show me they are, and I'm like, okay, that's who you are. Like even now, Sonny's a perfect example. I finally when I first saw him, I was like, what's going on with this kid? Now I just realized. Just wild. You're just like that all day long. Yeah? Cool. I accept you. That's who you are as a fighter. If you rebrand it, I'll be like, right, this is weird. But as far as I'm concerned, you package this and show me this. Now with Yard, he didn't speak that much, and Tunde was the A mic. Yeah? Now what's happened is he's talking more, but I'm not sure if he's gassed or if I don't know where he's at. It's hard to break down this fight because he seems humble. He seems like a humble person.
It's the thing, I'm not gonna be out here acting like me and him as best friends.
Of course.
Yeah, I mean, go from known men since primary school. It's not that story. But what I know of Yard, very humble guy, bro. Down to earth. Like he's not. It's not gas. He's one of them people that's just like quietly confident, but just focused on doing their thing. Him pairing up with Tunde, you can tell it's a genuine relationship. But Tunde being the mouthpiece has created a double act, which for a good timepiece had worked. You know what I'm saying? There was no hitches as long as the wins were there. Obviously now that it's come to disrepute because of a couple losses, but that's good energy. Like when I was preparing for my fight, bro, I was chatting to Yard often. Man was sending voice noting, man, asking man for like tips and working on certain things. Man's voice noting me back a couple minutes long voice notes of just different things that he does in the gym that I can work out for. Inviting me down to the gym. Our schedules didn't really align for me to come down, but man was giving me time. That's why I always joke about that knockout that I did being identical to an Anthony Yard knockout.
Yeah.
Man talked me through that process of how you develop certain things. So for me, I look at that and I'm like, we ain't best friends or nothing like that. Man gave me time.
But you saying that he's a humble guy, that you're getting that.
Yeah. That's why for me, it's like people be like, oh, you just get. I'm like, no, I know that, brother, and I got time for that guy there.
Yeah.
So, you see what I'm saying? That's why.
But then that's the thing. So because I've never I don't have that I've not had that relationship or experience with him like that. So I've seen very loud in terms of we're up. It's our time. Rare. Boom. It's us. To almost different. But then his reaction to losing was, for me, I was like, okay. I've seen so many different things that they almost contradict each other. So, okay, you're humble, but then you didn't lose. And I was the better man that night. And then it flips to, no, I was getting, not flips to, because you was actually getting through some stuff. Then you're getting through some stuff. And now I'm feeling, there's an emotive feeling from me. I'm connecting with you on loss. Yeah. But then at the same time, I watched the gloves are off and you're on some, you lot didn't want
to. But in that thing though, he goes, yeah. In the moment, like straight after it happened, I thought I won the fight. But
Okay.
when I watched it back, I'm like, okay, it was way closer than I thought.
All right, wicked.
All right, now I need to get that back. So that's how he's giving up in the thing.
Okay, cool.
Do you know what I mean? And even at points in that face-off that it's like, no, there's respect here.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Don't get it twisted. Even Lyndon is like, I don't know him to be like, I hate him or have a personal thing with him.
Good.
Obviously, they got their needle when it comes up, but for the most part, you see that there's two brothers that do have respect for each other.
Okay. Yeah, because they both come across, again, they come across as two guys that would actually be friends outside of this. Because they look like Lyndon is a calm guy. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, he's a nice guy. And I'm getting nice guy vibes from Thingy. As I said, I'm still trying to work him out to just place him. The only thing is, he's now started to place himself ever since he reestablished his relationship with Tunde, in the sense of him being the A-Mike in their relationships. And now you're getting, this is you.
I think he trusts himself to steer the car in terms of perception now.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't need the excitement like that. Let me do it. Let me just do it from in the ring outwards. Yeah. That's what it feels like the approach is now. I think it's more suiting to his personality type. Yeah.
Whichever way, this fight is going to be electric. We'll be doing a live. We'll be watching it live.
Oh, yeah. The stakes.
The stakes have never been higher. Monday Night Smoke. The following Monday Night Smoke is going to be insane. December 6th. I'm even on set. They need to let me go home early. Even if it's a late Monday, there's no way.
If Yard wins and you're not back in time, I'm doing this whole thing by myself.
Yeah, it's impossible.
I'm going to sit down and I'm just, lines are open.
No, it's impossible. No, it's impossible. I must sit down. Like, it's gonna be wicked. I already know it's gonna be the night to remember. You lot, make sure you're locked in. Make sure you're watching with us. We'll be live. Just there. Oh my goodness. Let me 1 second. Let's put this up. Hold on, I need to. Let me get this. Just trying to get this on the screen. Boom.
Lovely.
I had to put this up. You lot know that. Go on, you do it.
December 12th, Undefeated podcast live for our Christmas special event. Join us for a lively night of boxing debates, games. We've got special guests coming in, interviews. We'll be sitting down and chatting. Yeah. And then we have our end of year wrap up. You understand? Fire of the year, knockout of the year, controversial moment, like all of it. Listen, it's going to be Monday Night Smoke in person, live and direct. Mics being passed around. We are going to have a great night, man. So come down,
and if
drink with us.
Because there's going to be a moment, someone's going to have to eat the humility pie live in front of the fans. While we're going to have, what do you call it? We're going to sit down, be humble, just on repeat. Just get the chorus, and finish that pie, fam. Maybe 2 McDonald's apple pies. You just got to sit there and eat it, fam. I think it's going to be you still.
Nah, I know otherwise.
All right. Anyway, people, I'm KG.
Guys, I'm Travis J. We'll see you next week. Have a great week, guys. We'll see you on Saturday for the live watch-along. Lyndon, Arthur, Anthony, Yard 2.
Peace.